Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to today's Daily Peak. Yada yada, etc., so forth. I did my intro earlier. Take your meds. I've got my energy drink. It's root beer flavor. It's hot out. I just finished a work meeting. I have therapy in a couple hours. I don't want to be doing this right now. I'm going to, because I'm sufficiently determined. But I don't wanna. So I'm gonna do a hard stop right at the end of, the shore, basically. That is all I am holding myself to. I'm also just shoving hot dogs down my gullet. So. I don't know, my fucking tummy hurts, y'all. My tummy hurts. I didn't sleep great. I'm doing my best, but sleep study, not pleasant. Did not enjoy it. Like, the guy was great. The room was alarmingly white. They've got a whole hotel aesthetic going on there. But yeah. I'm thriving. I'm not thriving. That one's a lie. Yeah, eventful sleeper is what I got out of that. Because the technician isn't allowed to diagnose you, but he was like, I can say it doesn't look good. I can say a lot happened, and generally speaking, things aren't supposed to happen here. And yeah, I didn't really get like a full night's sleep at any point. I got better sleep during that previous stream that I did today, which was 7 minutes long and consisted almost entirely of me scoring a basket, opening the game, getting to like this point, going, wait, why am I here? I could be napping, and then ending the stream. I don't even know if that's right. But yeah, I had more restful sleep after that. Also, more sleep, period. I slept like 2 hours last night, and I had a 3-hour nap just now. Like an hour ago, but still. It is. It is an incredibly valid thought process. Especially given the sleep study. And a very eventful night's sleep. Again, just to remind everyone, eventful does mean bad in this game. Also, it's windy enough out that my door is just kind of opening and closing itself. I have a stop at either side of the door, basically. So I've got the pig tucked into the crack of the door so it can't close all the way. And I have some dirty clothes that I wanted to keep separate. Right by the wall where the door is. So it also can't open all the way. Do you think this is what door hell is? You know, unable to serve its function as a warden of a space. Never able to fully open nor close. Like a kind of, like a door purgatory. Purgatory. It'll get to close later when I have therapy. That's fine. Yeah, fair. I just remembered a Tumblr post I saw earlier. Which is about abuse in the psych system. Where some guy had to go to a psych hospital because he had like a mental break. And he told the nurse that he was a lawyer, and the nurse wrote delusions of grandeur in his chart. To be clear, he was a lawyer. It's not even that, like, weird of a job to have. It's a kind of hard job to have. I don't know why you put down delusions of grandeur when someone tells you that they're a lawyer. Even if they were delusional, they're currently in a psych ward. You don't really need to worry about it all that much. You could just put down lawyer question mark. Google your patient's name later. This is on the also on the level of I don't remember if it was the lead singer or guitarist for a band that was like Four Tops or something. That guy mentioned that he was, like, the role that he was in the band he played in and got put in restraints for that. For saying a true thing. Different guy, a politician, was in a mental hospital, told his nurse, like, oh yeah, Obama told me I should become the president. And also got put in restraints for that, despite it also being true. Like, going to a psych ward and assuming that you are, like, that everyone that you are taking care of is so far below you. Anyone can be anyone. Like, what the hell? If someone says they've got a Googleable job title, Google it before, like, pathologizing that. Like, and I've had various friends claim to be various mythical creatures. You can do a pretty easy sanity check on that, you know? Because it's not like any of those people are also serial killers. They're like looking at symptoms of physical and mental disabilities and not knowing how to process them, you know? And there's also the off chance that they're real, in which case I don't want to discredit that either, you know? But, like, having some delusions is fine. It's my... That's my stance on the subject. You can be delusional. As long as you're not hurting anyone, it's fine. I don't know, I'm out here, believing in magic. And it's like, either I'm right, and magic is real and I use it for the most mundane shit, or I'm wrong, and it makes me feel better. Via the fucking placebo effect. Like, either way. You know, we have bigger concerns than my religious practice. Especially if we're gonna let American evangelicals keep doing that shit, we have bigger concerns than my religious practice. Y'all ever heard? There is a large portion of our government that is just cultists who are trying to bring about the end times. There is a literal end times cult in the US government. They're not even, like, hiding it. Because as cultists, they do just kind of think that all the stuff they believe is fine. But like the Secretary of War guy, Pete Hegseth, I think, fully called, like, the war in Iran a holy war to bring about the apocalypse. That's half the reason why American conservatives are so supportive of Israel. Is because it's, like, step one to the Revelation's end times prophecy. And those people are in charge of our government. So y'all don't get to tell me that me, like, having an OCD moment and drawing magical seals on things is a problem. Is it the best way to manage these symptoms? No. Is it better than doing nothing? Yes, by a lot. I don't know. This is one of those more obscure pieces of beef that I have. I see a lot of people who are, like, trying to invalidate other people based on, like, oh, you're, like, faking or whatever. Like, that's very clearly not real. And it's, like, aside from, like, real to them, you know? The thing is, the question is not whether or not they believe a true thing. It's whether they believe a harmful thing. Right? Like, if you think you are a Nephilim, but you also don't think that you can fly and aren't stupid enough to try, then that's fine. That's a fine belief to hold. You're good. Like, you're not gonna hurt yourself with that belief, you're not gonna hurt others with that belief. It might even encourage you to act in ways that are better than normal. So fine, yeah, sure, Nephilim, whatever. Same with, like, stuff I've seen about, we're getting into the obscure system discourse that I see on the internet. Fucking traumagenic versus endogenic, like, systems. Because this is like a, you know, multiple personalities. If you've got that, regardless of, like, subtype or whatever, you are considered a system. Multiple people, one brain. And one of the big concepts is a traumagenic system is brought about by early life trauma, typically. And, like, that's, like, it, basically. If you claim to have a different, like, source of that, like, if you think it is latent life trauma, or if you think that you have meditated a tulpa into existence, that now lives in your head, that's, you know. Late life trauma is a separate debate that is also a traumagenic system, technically, I think. Endogenic is, like, created effectively. Whether that was you doing it on purpose or someone else doing it on purpose. I see a lot of shit on the internet of, like, that shit's fake, you know? That's not even real. You're trivializing my experience or whatever. And I'm like, man, do you think that these people are neurotypical? Do you think they're making fun of you? Like, I feel the need to state, if you have the genuine belief that you have other people in your head, whether or not that's true, that's still something to think about. Like, that's still, you should be seeking community with others and finding ways to cope with this. You'll eventually find techniques and communities that work for you. Like, you don't need to push those folk out of the community. That's a fine thing to happen. Because, like, chances are you still have a lot of overlap, man. Yeah, that's my thing with delusions. That's my argument in favor of delusions, I guess. It's more like, I don't know, ultimately it's one of those things that is a lot more harmless than most people say it is. And there's a lot more stigma around, like, faking and such. And it's like, okay, if someone's faking on purpose, they're not going to tell you, and they're not gonna feel bad about it. If they're faking on accident, they have developed a genuine belief that something that is not true is. That is also a thing that you should be seeking treatment for. That is a delusion, and it is also a thing that that's also a thing that's up with you, you know? Like, if you're out here, like, oh yeah, I hear voices sometimes, but I don't have, like, the traditional memory loss associated with systems, it's like, fuck it if someone's, like, you have consistent identities stored somewhere in your head that are speaking to you. Sure, this could be like a DID OSDD situation. Could also be schizophrenia. Either way, it's good that you're being open about it and seeking treatment. Like, presumably. It's one of those. People are allowed to be wrong. And they're allowed to be delusional, which is just wrong, but, like, worse. Wrong, but different. If you think something and it turns out not to be true later on, you have grown as a person. And in finding out the truth, and, like, correcting to it, you're fine, you're good. It'll come up eventually. You work on the problems as they come. You know? Like, if you have the entirely harmless belief that you are, at your core, a fucking wolf, and like the most that you do about it is howl in public and wear a dog collar, that's fine. That is not in your top 10 problems. Ah, shit. But yeah. It's one of those things. There's a lot of like making fun of people for being weird or having a delusion or like whatever, accusing people of faking. It's like, man, whether or not they're correct about the thing that they believe, they still believe it and they're like acknowledging that it's like a thing. Like they aren't expressing a harmful belief by saying, I think I have this, you know? And as long as you're open to reinterpreting. Yeah, exactly. You get it, Pirate. Super outspoken about not believing non traumagenic systems ever. It's like, man, this hits some weird niche in group infighting here. Bestie, we're all faggots in the eyes of the state. I need you to know that. Just because you think you are more legitimate doesn't mean you're not ending up in the camps. You know, support your siblings. Anyways, that is gonna be my daily peak. The whole time. Yeah, okay, I already read that. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate your viewership. And I will be seeing all of you guys next time. Bye. An idle brain invites a